Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2015 Ford Mondeo in a titanium model. So being the titanium, it does have a few added features and benefits that you don't get in your standard Mondeo. So what we'll actually do is cover some of the condition on the exterior of the car as well as some of the stunning features that does come in this exquisite model. Now starting off on the front end, you can see that really nice new look that Ford has gone for in their Fords. So you can see it's got a very aggressive shark-like front end. It does have a really nice finish on it as well, and I must note that this is a pearlescent finish on the paintwork, so it does have a really nice sparkle to it, and the paintwork throughout the whole car is actually pretty consistent, so it has been looked after really well by the previous owner. Now starting off on that front end, you do have that really nice split grille effect with the honeycomb grille right in the front there. Now that is going to allow for extra airflow through to the front of the car, but also give that really nice aggressive front look. You've also got the chrome plates finishing around the outside there. It does add a bit of detail to the front of the car. Now on the front, you do get 6 parking sensors all around the front. It does obviously help parking when you have such a big car, and you've also got these headlight washers mounted just below the headlight that is going to keep these really nice and clean. Now below that in the front bar, you've also got your fog lamps fitted on both sides. It does help when you are driving on those cloudy, foggy mornings. Now the headlights are a very nice, sleek, thin design. It does cut across the car quite neatly, and it just ties in really well with the whole look of the car as well. Nice aggressive look. Now it's got the daytime running lights just over through the bottom of the headlight. Is going to provide that extra visibility when you are driving around, and you've also got those really nice clean cut projector globe projectors for the headlights, which are going to give you a really nice cut clean line of sight. Now as you come around the side, we'll note that the paint condition on this side of the car is phenomenal. The pearlescent finish just shines so nicely. Now I know it's a little bit wet. It is a rainy day. We have just pulled it into the car, into the showroom to do this video, so hopefully this will give you a good representation when you're looking at the video. Now the first alloy there, very stunning multi-spoke design, does give a really nice effect to the rim itself, but the condition of the rim is actually really good. There is a very minor mark on the ends here, which are just superficial markings, nothing too serious to the actual rim, so it has been looked after really well. You've also got plenty of tread remaining on these Continental tires, so good quality tires on the front of the car. As we pan around the side, you've got the color match side mirrors and door handles, which again finish off in that pearlescent paintwork that again just ties in and blends into the car quite neatly and nicely, and it does give the car a very classy look. Now your side indicator lamp is mounted into the side mirror. That does clear up this quarter panel, but also elevate the lamp for the drivers that are beside you when you are indicating. As you come across, now the car is a keyless entry car, so you can just put your hand inside there, and you can see it does lock and unlock, so very nice comfort features in this model. However, you can actually use this to lock and unlock the car if needed. And when you do lock it, the side mirrors do fold in, which is good to know. It does obviously inform you that the car is locked, but also if you do park on the side of the road, you know you're going to be tucked away nice and safe. Putting your hand just inside and opening the door, just to show you some of the condition of the inside. Now this car has been looked after, as I said, really well by the previous owner. So the seat bolsters are in very good condition. There's no wear or tear, no stains, no damage, no UV fading. This car just presents almost brand new, so you are getting a really good quality car here. Now you've got Mondeo scuff plate right on the inner guard there. It does have really nice detail, and just lets you know exactly what you're driving. Now the carpet finish on the inside still presents really well. There's no color fading, no stains or tears, so you can see it has been looked after quite well. And on the inner guard here, where people can get quite lazy getting in and out and they tend to kick their feet, there's no actual paint damage here. There is a minimal mark here. No, that actually just came off, so there, I've done that for you guys. So this is actually very clean on the inner door, and on the door card here where people can get quite lazy kicking the door open, you can see it has been looked after quite well. Now the seats are electrically adjustable, so you've got electric seat controls for all the adjusters. You've also got seat lumbar supports, and you've also got 3 presets for the car. So if you've got 3 different people driving it, you know it's going to be looked after. You know it's going to be very easy to hop in and out and just adjust your seating accordingly. Now closing up the actual door, one thing I will note is the car does come with tint. We do obviously highly recommend people take advantage of tint, as there is a lot of benefits and safety features when you do opt for this. Now it is the darkest legal finish, and I must say it does look really stunning on the pearl white. You also get genuine Ford weather shields fitted onto this car, so again it's all the functionality of these little accessories that the previous owners opted for to give you guys the right car. Now coming over to the second alloy, again great condition on the rim, completely unmarked. From what I can tell, there's a little bit of scuffing down here, but the rest of the rim is pretty consistent. There's no significant damage whatsoever or superficial marks, and plenty of tread on those Continental tires. As we come across the back, you can see it does have a really nice sleek coupe-like design in the back, so it does obviously help with the aerodynamics, but gives it a really nice look. Now, you've got your taillights that do cut across the side of the car there, ties in with that really sleek design of the headlights and just the whole look of the Mondeo. Now in the back end, you've got your Mondeo badging with the Ford badging in the middle there, and EcoBoost, so you know you're going to be driving a very economical car. And you've also got your reverse camera mounted just under the Ford badging there, which is going to help you park this beautiful car. Now, it is an automatic tailgate, so just pressing that button is going to open the car up for you, and you can see just how much space you get in the model like this, especially with the boot designed the way it is. It does allow for a lot of room sideways and up top, so it is going to help you fit something in there. Now, there is a cargo blind already in the car, which is going to keep things nice and private, especially if you store things in the back, and you do get the carpet mats that do come with this model. So again, everything you could possibly need. Now, if I just lift this up here, you've got pretty much a full, not pretty much, it is a full-size spare wheel that does come in this car, and it is a Michelin tire, so you can see there's not cheap products put in this car. It has been looked after really well, and you've got all the jack and tools that you will need to change that tire. There are car seat mounting points, 3 seat mounting points at the back there, and you've also got little strap-in points here and tie downs on either side if you do want to mount anything bigger. Now, as we look up, now the car does have a little button here that does let you close the tailgate, so just pressing this button here is going to bring the auto tailgate down. On the back of the bar, you've also got color match rear parking sensors along the side, which again is going to help park this car, and you've got your reflectors and your dual exhaust with that diffuser, which does give it a really nice sporty look on the back end. Now, as we come across the passenger side, paint throughout the car is very consistent, and with the pearlescent finish, one thing I do highly recommend is do take advantage of the glass coat option that we're going to provide for you, because it is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this stunning pearlescent paintwork. And on a car like this that has been looked after quite well by the previous owner, you just want to make sure you look after it for yourself, depending on how long you want to keep it for. And you've also got the really nice panoramic roof on the top here. Fuel filler cap is on the passenger side. You can just pop it open just like that, and it's got a very easy fuel access point, and you do just use regular E10 or your 91 fuel. Coming across to that third alloy, now there is a bit of damage on this one. Generally, these are the ones that cop the most beating. It's not actually anything significant. It's superficial markings, but it is all the way around the rim. However, there's no actual damage to the integrity of the rim, and you've got plenty of tread remaining on those Continental tires. And just coming across this car, you can see how nicely that tint looks on the paintwork and just how well this car presents. As we come over to that fourth and final alloy, again, scuffing all around the edges here, but nothing too concerning, nothing quite major, no dents really. It's just very superficial marks on the outside, and you've got plenty of tread remaining on those Continental tires. So you've got 4 great rims, 2 are a little bit scratched up. You've got very good Continental tires all the way around, still plenty of tread. The car's already got tint on it. It is going to save you a bit of money there. You've got the weather shields, and the paintwork is phenomenal. So you can see it is a very stunning car and has been looked after quite well. Now what we're going to do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, now taking a look inside the engine bay of the Mondeo, you can just see how nicely and how clean it still presents. Now what we have here is Ford's 4-cylinder 2-litre EcoBoost turbo motor. So you can see it is a very economical motor, and it is used quite extensively in their modern range. Now it is fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. It is going to make the ride really nice and smooth for you, and very comfortable as well. Now this car has a 5-star ANCAP rating with a phenomenal 9 airbags on the inside of the car, so it is fitted for a family car. Now this motor itself produces 177 kilowatt from factory with 345 newton meters of torque, so plenty of torque and power behind the car. Although it is an EcoBoost, it is going to do the job quite well. Now, as I mentioned before, it is a petrol fuel tank with a 62-litre capacity, and you can run it on your 91 fuel or your E10 if you wanted to. This has a combined fuel consumption of 8.5 litres per 100 kilometers, or an average fuel distance of about 729 kilometers off a full tank, depending on how you drive and whether you have a full load of people in the car. Alright, now taking a look inside the Mondeo, as you can see, it's a very nice design on the inside. You do have the digital display on your cluster, and the car just presents really well, and you've got access to everything you could possibly need. It is laid out quite neatly and nicely. So what we'll do is run through some of the features in this car. Now, starting off on the driver's side door, do get a really nice stunning leather stitch design on this door card. You've got many different materials used in this model. It just breaks up the door and gives you something quite nice to look at. Now on the armrest here, leather stitched armrest, you've got 4 fully automatic windows up and down, which is good to know. And just above that, you've got your window lock option as well, which is going to stop people playing around with the windows in the back seat. Do also have another little button here that does tuck in the side mirrors, and you can see that the car also does come with your blind spot monitoring in this model, so it is going to make it really nice and easy to drive on the road and just give you the alerts when you do need it. Above that is your power mirror toggle, so you can just press one of these buttons to select which one you want to use, and you can use this toggle to actually adjust it. Above that on the door here, you've got your central locking as well as your 3 presets for your seat. So again, as I mentioned before, 3 different people can sit in this car. Now one thing as well, being the titanium model, this car does come with the Sony premium sound system, so very good sound quality and clarity as well. So again, it's just all the benefits that does come with opting for a titanium. Now on the right side of the dash, you've got your headlight control. So on the right side is the brightness for your cluster, toggle for your actual headlights, and they are automatic dusk sensing headlights. So again, you can just leave it in auto. Car's going to decide when it needs to use it. Just next to that are your fog lights for your front and rear. On the left side of this system here, what we have is the tailgate, the automatic tailgate button. So pressing that button is going to open up the tailgate and close it for you. So when you're sitting in the car picking up the kids from school and you don't want to get out on a rainy day like it is today, you can just press that button. Kids can drop their bags in the back, and you can just close it up again. So really nice and easy. Now on the right hand side are your wipers and washers. So not like most cars. So right hand is your wipers and washers. You do also have your rear wiper washer toggle just on the side here. It is an automatic windscreen, so wipers, sorry, so you can just leave it in auto. Car's going to decide when it needs to use it. On the left side are your left and right indicators, as well as your high beam, as well as your high beam, and you've also got your lane keeping system built into that. Now, if you did need a bit of information as to what that is, please feel free to ask us. We'll be happy to go through that with you. Now, taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got a really nice soft leather stitched steering wheel. Now on the top here, there's no damage or wear or tear, so it has been looked after pretty well. There is a very minor scratch there, but nothing to be too worried about. On the steering wheel itself, you've got a few different controls. So on the right side here, you've got a toggle which is just for the display in your head unit there, and that has a few different options such as your entertainment, your compass for your navigation, and your phone settings. So everything you could possibly need right in the middle of the screen there. Below that are your media controls, so your volume, your voice control, mute, and your call and reject and seek button. On the left hand side are all your again another set of controls, and that is for the left side of the cluster. So what that will give you is trip A, trip B, fuel economy, drive assist, and a few other little options. Now you can just turn it off and have your rev meter if you wanted to. Below that are your cruise control settings, so you can turn it on and off, your limiter, and your adaptive cruise control, so you can adjust the range that the car adapts its cruise to, and you've got your rest and set button just next to that. Behind that, you've got your paddle shift for your sports shift system. Again, we'll be happy to explain as to what this is if you do need a bit of information. Coming over to the center console, what we have here is probably one of the best systems on the market. This is Ford's sync system. So you've got 4 different quadrants here. On the top right is your navigation, which is an inbuilt system, and if I open that up, you can see it's quite nice and responsive and very quick as well, and quite clear. As you can see, we are at 20 to 32 Kangen drive, and maps are laid out quite well, so it is an inbuilt system. Now if I go back to the home, up the top left here is your mobile connectivity, so your Bluetooth connectivity. Down the left is your entertainment, so you got AM, FM radio, as well as your Bluetooth connectivity for your mobile phone. And on the right hand side are your climate controls. You can see you can access everything from there. At the moment, I've got heated seats on as it is a bit warm, a bit cool today, so you can control that from here if you did want to. Coming below that, we have a few hard buttons, although you can access everything through that. So you've got your CD input, as well as your AC buttons and your heated seat buttons for both driver and passenger, as well as the dual climate control, temperature settings, and fan speed. So do have the hard buttons for it, but however, you do have the touchscreen system if you did want to use that. Coming below that, you've got 2 little storage compartments and a 12-volt socket input there. Do want to keep any additional stuff down there, and you've also got this really nice gear shifter. Now if I bring that into reverse, You can see the really nice clear rear view camera. Now the best part of these rear view cameras in the Fords is this little button here, which does let you zoom in if you are backing up quite closely to something. Maybe you want to hook up a tow bar. It's got everything you could possibly need, and you've got your sonar just on the top here, which is going to show you how close you are to something. As I mentioned before, there is that sports shift system. So if I bring it down to S down here, it does let you control the gears manually. However, you can just leave it in drive and the car is going to decide when it needs to use it. Coming next to that, you've got your electric park brake, and on the right hand side your park assist for your parallel or reverse parking, and your parking sensors, which you can turn off if you did need to. You've got two very generous cup holders, and behind that is a very nice leather stitched center console armrest. And if I raise that up, you've got this really nice suede finish on the inside here, and if I lift that up, you've got plenty of little inputs, so plenty of storage down here, two compartments here. Now you can also leave your keys in here if you did want to, so that is there. You've also got your component inputs if you did want to maybe play a video or whatever it is. You've got your SD card for your navigation, two USB slots, and another 12-volt socket in there for you if you did want to add any additional charging. So closing that up, it is a very, very nice layout, as you can see. And behind that, another feature which you don't get in a lot of cars is rear heated seats. So the rear two passengers on either side do also get heated seats. And I mean, if there's three people in the car and you put both of these on, it's probably going to heat up the middle seat as well for whoever is in the middle. Now, what I'll do is actually get the camera person to pan around the car and show you the condition of the interior, and you can see how well this has been looked after. Carpets are in very good condition. There's no stains or damage. The seats still present really well, and being in the leather finish, you do want to protect it and preserve it. So please talk to us about a lifestyle pack, because again, it's going to give you a lifetime warranty on this leather, make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain, but also preserve it for the longevity of your ownership. Now, if I get the camera person to pan up, this car, as I mentioned before, comes with a panoramic roof. Now you can close the shade from the front here. There is a little toggle just above the driver's side. It is a manual control, so you do have to hold it down if you wanted to, but it does give you that extra control and flexibility as to how you want to adjust it. You can just leave it open, which again looks pretty nice, and it does tuck away quite nicely. So also have a little compartment for your sunglasses. So what we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2015 Ford Mondeo in a titanium model. I hope this gave you a good representation as to the condition on the outside of the car, and I got to say, it presents so well, as well as some of the features that does come in this stunning model. And I told you, being the titanium, it does come jam-packed with a lot of features. Now, one thing I do highly recommend is you do take advantage of the glass coat, because as I said, it is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful paintwork, and in the pearlescent finish, you do want to make sure you look after it and preserve it, and it is going to help with resale down the line. On top of that, I do highly recommend you talk to us about our premium mechanical protection plan, because what that is going to offer is 5 years extended protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car. It does also come with this added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance. So again, it's going to be saving you money over the long run. It's not going to leave you in a sticky situation where you have to cash out of your pocket. Now, these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal deals that affect your repayments. And lastly, but most importantly, please check out our Google reviews. With over 1,000 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people, the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, if you did have any additional questions in regards to the car, wanted to purchase it before you came in, or just wanted to test drive it, the number to dial is 9907 0555. Just remember, Berwick Mitsubishi, love that experience.